Well, a good afternoon to you and welcome to the Super 12 Hockey 2022 afternoon session. And is a humdinger of an encounter that's coming through in the commentary box for you is Ruvimbo Chakureka. And we have this huge encounter, Peterhouse taking on Falcon. And already things are underway with Falcon in possession at the present moment. Coming into the screen is Mbongeni Sambo, who's just at the bottom of the screen here, but some good stick work and sending the ball just out wide. Still just looking to toy around with Peterhouse here, who will obviously be looking to one of their star players to provide the goals. That's Kian Arnold. We know he's had a relatively good season and he is a quality player. But the key will be for Falcon to starve him of possession. And with that, circle entry has been made. Falcon controls the ball, takes the shot, just went a little bit too wide. And there, James Thompson, unfortunately, unable to get that shot away as quickly as possible. And that will be a 16-yard hit out for Peterhouse. So Falcon making some early inroads early on in the match. This time round, the ball coming through to Sean Bennett. There is an infringement there, and Peterhouse will retain possession. Looking to send it over. Falcon looking to control, but that one now turning possession over to Falcon. Now in the middle of the park. Sending it back. Now looking for an exit point. Well, it was Mbongeni who was the target, but the ball couldn't quite get to him from Logan Flight. Now finally Falcon can try and send the ball well controlled, trying to make it through the Peterhouse defense, and there is an infringement, and immediately looking to make circle entry and into the D, but that one has been hit straight into touch, and Falcon will retain possession. The ball will be brought back to the 23-yard line, and immediately there it is Dylan Drenga trying to get in. He is in a reverse stick into goal, but that won't count as the umpires have blown that there was an infringement there. So the possession will go back to Peterhouse. Sending it out wide. On the far side, coming through to Kian Arnold. He was just about to get away there, and it looks like he might succeed, but, well, it wasn't without a foul. And Falcon, in their hasty nature there, unfortunately losing out on possession as the ball goes into touch. So coming onto the ball, Peterhouse sweeping it right across the field here. Poor control allows Falcon to try and take over, and they will succeed at that particular point. So Mbongeni Sambo leaving the ball here for Benjamin Williams. Picks it up, sending it out, intercepted by Peterhouse. Lovely little tap just round the corner. Kian Arnold looking for control, leaves it. Well, Peterhouse are definitely blocking every Falcon attack, but at the moment it is topsy-turvy within this first quarter. And once again, it will be Thomas Webb who will try and launch this one forward. So Webb bringing it down to Mufaro Wachkoka, losing control there, and it goes into touch. Now picked up again. Sent out wide by Benjamin Williams. Losing control once again, and it goes into touch. Immediately Peterhouse get it back into play. Flicks it over, well controlled. Sent across the field here. Looking to make some circle entry just outside the 23-yard area. Bringing it back to Akudzweishe. He doesn't get the pass right, but he's able to intercept once again. Just able to retain possession there, Peterhouse. It was lovely stick work to have sent it through the legs, but Falcon were always going to look for control into the 23-yard area, looking for circle entry. It flicks up. Kian Arnold trying to get on the ball, but there was a foul. And Falcon will immediately launch their attack, but that hit is far too long, far too hard, and with that, it turns over possession back to Peterhouse. So here comes Thomas Webb. He is ably being watched by Dylan Drenga. He flicks it forward, does Webb. Controlled here pretty well by Peterhouse, but running out of turf there was Tavonga Muriro. Now Falcon can get the ball out of their own half. Ball sent in by Logan. Still looking for options. Well taken by Falcon, but it looks like there was a foul there. May have been on the foot whilst he was trying to wriggle his way out of the defense of Peterhouse. And Peterhouse now have got a good opportunity just outside the 23-yard area to make circle entry and maybe try to force a penalty corner here. Into the D. Kian Arnold has it, takes the shot, but just pulls it wide. But that was a wonderful flick to put him in a position to take the shot. But once again, as a reverse stick shot, it was always going to be difficult to get it on target. But a good effort by Kian Arnold. Now being launched from the back by Daniel Henwood. Back to Henwood. Sends it long. No control. Peterhouse pick up possession. Flicked up just past the defender. And Peterhouse making some really good inroads. Circle entry. Kian Arnold waiting for it. But Falcon able to defend that one, and they send it out of play to give themselves a sigh of relief and a little bit of a breather. But Peterhouse are not done yet. But with that kind of a pass, you would feel they are done. Ball coming through to Ndrenga. Ndrenga able to intercept, looking to just get it round the defender. Not able to, goes into touch. He brings it into play, trying to send it forward. Again, another infringement here by Peterhouse. So Falcon now with all of the ascendancy at the moment. Mbongeni Sambo. Oh, well defended there by Peterhouse. But again, Sambo picks up the ball, tries to take it forward. But this time flicked out of play by Peterhouse. Flicked into the D. Peterhouse now looking to get out of their own half. Straight to Arnold. Does he have the stick work to get past his defender? Well, it doesn't look like he could get the pass right there, and Falcon can rebuild another attack. Into the 23-yard area. Was about to make circle entry, but Peterhouse are able to win a foul at that particular point. So it is the first quarter of this encounter. Peterhouse taking on Falcon. Flicked over, well controlled by Peterhouse. Ball comes back. Let's see whether it will be Henwood or sent through into the middle of the park. Now looking for circle entry immediately. And that one is flicked straight into touch. But there was a touch on the way through, and Falcon will now go ahead to build their own attack. Still looking for a way through as Peterhouse are trying to use what we would call in football the Gurgen press and press them upfield as much as possible. Hasn't been too successful. Now sending it into the 23-yard area and unsuccessful. Peterhouse decide to flick it over, but in no man's land, and Falcon pick up possession. Picked up by Peterhouse. Intercepted by Falcon. Can they make circle entry? Yes, they have. Into the D. Can they take the shot? They do. Goalkeeper saves it. So that's the first shot on target coming in this first quarter from Falcon. Kian Arnold trying to make circle entry. Finds too many defenders. He's in a bit of trouble here as he tries to flick it into the D. And with that, it was quite dangerous. And Falcon are able to pick up on possession here. Straight to someone in the middle of the park. That is Mbongeni Sambo. Picked up on the far side. Oh, lovely to just get past the marker. Now down the line on the far side. Lovely little trick into the D now, but that was a little bit tame. And with that, it will be right on the edge of the circle. And Peterhouse are now looking for a way out. Close to the touchline. Good control. But that pass was out of control. And that one goes straight into touch. So the scoreline does remain 0-0 at the present moment between Peterhouse and Falcon. To Sambo. Sambo looking for a pass. And unfortunately didn't quite read each other there. And that one goes straight into touch. And the Peterhouse goalkeeper had a little bit to do there. Ross Mills a little bit earlier on. And with that, the first quarter comes to an end. And the scoreline still remains 0-0. I'm sure there will be a lot of work to do. Falcon, so far, with the only ones with a shot on target, will be coming through with the second quarter in just a minute. Well, welcome back to the second quarter of this encounter. There wasn't much to talk about within the first quarter, and Falcon will surely want to make all of the circle entry that they were getting in the first quarter count in the second quarter. Sending it forward. Oh, lovely little take there from Falcon. Comes to Sambo. He's close to the touchline, surrounded by Peterhouse players here. Ball comes out to Tunjenga. Still looking for options here. Falcon. Oh, lovely little stick work to get past the marker there. Circle entry has been made. Still looking for the pass. Maybe one too many. And just on the edge of the D, looking for a quick pass, but deciding not to take it. Now here comes Falcon. Sends it back into the D. Can they get the shot away? Tries to get the cross, but nobody was there on the far side to receive it. And it went straight through the bodies and into touch. So Peterhouse will breathe a huge sigh of relief there because circle entry was just a little bit too easy there for Falcon. But Peterhouse now look to launch an attack of their own. Good passing so far. Finding their men. Intercepted by Falcon. Now looking to quickly launch an attack, but well intercepted by Daniil Govan. He has been instrumental on the far right for Peterhouse, but unfortunately not able to get those passes through to their key man. That's Kian Arnold. Akudzweishe Munyonga sends the ball out to the far side. A little bit tentative, and Falcon immediately intercept. Oh, lovely little pass, poor control in the middle of the park there, allows the ball to just trickle into touch. Now picked up by Peterhouse. Oh, lovely little flick pass. Almost lost control. Lovely little pass into the middle, but couldn't find Kian Arnold. Falcon still under pressure here as Peterhouse are looking to just press them whilst they are still within their 23-yard area. But it goes into touch. Falcon now need to inject this with a little bit of urgency. Maybe try find an outlet here. That's exactly what they're doing. And luckily for Peterhouse, that was a poor pass. Sends it into the middle of the park. Trying to bring it back to the near side. Looks like it's Bennett. Bennett now looking to flick it into the 23-yard area to make circle entry. It hit somebody's foot on the way through there. Sent into the circle. Oh, Govan unable to control the ball there, and with that, Falcon will breathe a sigh of relief with an injection of their own from the touchline. Looking to send it long. Govan intercepts. Now looking to make circle entry. Can he? Intercepted by Falcon. Is just outside the D. And we can see in the picture there, that's Kieran Brown. Rather, that is Daniel Henwood. Ball comes into the D, but the umpire blows again and says no. It still belongs to Peterhouse. Just outside the circle here. What are they going to do? Are they going to send it in? Look for a quick pass. They do. Into the D. Lovely stick work. Can he send the cross? No, he can't. But he can get a penalty corner, which is the first of the game. And Falcon will have to defend well here. So as usual, a good injection is expected. Munyonga is the one who's going over to make sure that the injection is good. Standing on the edge. Nicholas Anderson. Kian Arnold. Here comes Munyonga. Sends it through. Well stopped. Poorly controlled. Kian Arnold trying to control it. Hits his foot. And they lose an opportunity there. And Falcon can clear their lines. And with that, it's immediately a counter-attack from that penalty corner. But it blows to smithereens as there's a poor pass. And Falcon just hustled to try and get the ball back. And Peterhouse win the ball back again. So topsy-turvy moments at the present. Flicked up. Well controlled by Falcon. Trying to send it forward, but well intercepted by Peterhouse. Sends it back in the middle. Oh, this is lovely stick work. Good hockey here. Kian Arnold looks to flick it forward, but it was a little bit of an aimless pass, and they lose possession because of that, as the Falcon are able to force an infringement here. On the ball right now is Bradley. And with the ball going into touch, Peterhouse have another opportunity. The pass almost coming to Arnold. Well taken. Now looking to penetrate the circle here into the 23-yard area. A loose pass goes behind the teammate. But good intent shown. Intercepted by Peterhouse, but taken back by Falcon once again. Sent across, back here to the near side. And intercepted by Peterhouse once again. So both teams have been spreading the ball quite nicely across the turf, but it's just getting into the final third where some decisions are not quite coming together. Good intercept by Peterhouse. Now pressing forward. Really good pace, but that was a really poor pass from Peterhouse. And that allows the Falcon to attack. But nonetheless, the tenacity from the defense as well as the link players in the middle of the park is helping Peterhouse have another bite of the cherry. Just outside the 23-yard area, picked up by Falcon, and they win a foul. A long pass upfield looked pretty good, but there was a foul there just outside the 23-yard area. Now looking to make circle entry on the outside, coming back inside. Circle entry has been made, but looks like there might just be another foul there. So Falcon just on the edge of the circle. Can they sweep it in? They do. It flicks up. Can he get the shot away? He does, but it just wasn't strong enough, and Peterhouse will defend. They send the ball upfield, but nobody was there to receive it, and Falcon will have to build from the back now. Falcon sending it back. Sweeping it across. Still looking for an outlet. Looks like they may just have found it. Really good stick play, but good intercept by Peterhouse there. Cutting back on the inside. Still looking for circle entry. Still, possession will remain with Peterhouse. Bennett coming into the picture. Ready to receive the ball, but taken off his stick. Flicked forward by Falcon. Pulled back just a little. Now into the D. They do have one man up there, but that one has been taken out of the D, and with that interception against James Thompson, Peterhouse can breathe a sigh of relief. Now, ball coming upfield, but well intercepted by Falcon. Some scrappy play there, but finally Peterhouse looking to send it forward. They can't. So good pressure from Falcon. But this time round it doesn't yield results. And with that, Peterhouse can launch from the back. Peterhouse with some good stick work. Circle entry. Getting into the D. Almost looked like some samba with the hockey stick there. Looking to get back into the D. And it looks like we do have An opportunity for Peterhouse here. Another penalty corner. Injection still has to be good if they are going to make a meal of it. So far, they've had two penalty corners. One of them was fluffed. Let's see what will happen with this one. Munyonga injects it. Controlled out of the D. Kian Arnold sends it just over the crossbar. And that'll be a 16-yard hit out. Look at the parents and the support that is coming through. It's really good. This will definitely spur the boys on. Uh, Actually swiping just from out of the picture. Tafuma Bundo gets onto the ball, but no one was there to support him. And that brings us to the end of the second quarter. So a little bit drab at the moment as both sides are still sizing each other and no one really making good inroads into the final third. But it is Falcon with two penalty corners so far in this match. But the score still remains 0-0. It is the halftime break. We'll bring you the second half in just a moment. Well, welcome back to the second half. Of course, we're going to be starting with the third quarter. Peterhouse nil, Falcon nil. Falcon with the better opportunities. Peterhouse has been quite blunt, one would say, in front of goal. Have been showing all the potential in the middle of the park, have been quite resolute in their defense, but just absolutely nothing happening up front. So maybe it's just a matter of clear-cut opportunities that are not coming the way of Peterhouse. But this time round, falling asleep on the ball there, but quite lucky to gain a foul off of it. Wantenga putting, that was a Tafuma Bundo. And just coming back all the way through. So it's just two fouls within relatively the same area. Trying to sweep it across. It does come off Bundo and goes into touch. And it's another foul. Swept. Peterhouse looking for circle entry. They have gained it. But once again, maybe the touch a little bit too strong. And luckily for them, there was a touch from Falcon. Now immediately some circle entry. Looking to flick it in, but well intercepted by Falcon. Now they launch their own counter-attack. Might lose control of the ball here. Need to be careful. Send forward. Once again, this time round off a Hlabangana. And that's a foul in favor of Falcon. So just injecting a little bit of urgency. Chitofu bringing it to Williams. Intercepted there. Kian Arnold flicks it up. Tries to get some control there. And Peterhouse have the foul, and immediately they take it quickly. Looking for circle entry. Try to flick it across into the D. But that was well controlled. And Falcon were able to extract a foul out of this one. They flick it up all the way through. Pretty decent take that had come through from Njenga. Gains a foul out of that one. Picks up the ball. Chitofu gaining the foul there. Now Njenga looking to make circle entry. Intercepted immediately by Peterhouse and flicked out. Here comes Kian Arnold. Intercepted immediately. So it looks like today has been made of none effect by the Falcon defense, who clearly know him very well. The pass comes through. Kian Arnold did not have any wheels on him to chase after that ball. And that will be a 16-yard hit out once again for Falcon. So good flick. Falcon looking for exit points. Luckily, he controls it. Otherwise, things were getting a little bit tricky for Aiden Waterfall there. Tries to send the ball through, but Peterhouse have intercepted. Now looking for circle entry. It's flicked up. And Peterhouse retain possession as the umpire points in the direction that Peterhouse obviously want to go to. Sent through into the D. Kian Arnold tries to get a stick on it. He can't quite do that. And Falcon launch their counter-attack immediately. On the ball is young man wearing number 7. There's a touch there from Peterhouse. But it looks like there was a foul nonetheless. Peterhouse flick it forward. Controlled by Arnold. Tries to get it past his marker. He does. Sweeps it. Close to the 23-yard area. The young man needs some support from Peterhouse, but that is taken off him by Falcon. And they now send it forward. out to Ndrenga. Oh, that was a foot foul there. Flicked forward quickly by Peterhouse. Arnold now in a deep lying playmaker position, so to speak. Peterhouse looking to sweep it forward. And Falcon defending resolutely. Ball comes into the circle, into the D, but Arnold can't make it past the navy blue wall of Falcon. And Falcon now can counter-attack. A lovely little through pass there. Can he gain circle entry and send it across? He does. Where is it? Oh, a save! But finally Falcon are able to flick the ball straight in. But it looks like there was a foul there. And Falcon really disappointed. That is James Thompson there, who's really looking at the replay. It was flicked in. He couldn't quite get it through, and unfortunately at that point, when he was trying to gain control there, Thompson comes through, hits his foot, and unfortunately suffered the brunt of that. But what a really good piece of play by Falcon to make circle entry. Now rebuilding from the back. Oh, looking for a pass once again. Peterhouse now just defending their lives, so some good momentum coming through from Aiden Waterfall. He sends the ball into the middle of the park, looking to gain circle entry. The foul still remains with them just inside the 23-yard. Looking to send it into the D, comes off a hockey stick, looking for control. Can they get it through? And it looks like they've won themselves a penalty corner here, Falcon. This is the third penalty corner for the game for Falcon. And all we can say is that at some point, they need to make use of it. Or rather, this is the first penalty corner. Got them mixed up. It's Peterhouse who had the lion's share of the penalty corners earlier on in the match. So Falcon get there first. Let's see how the injection will go. Good injection. Controlled into the D, trying to take the shot. Couldn't quite get it off. And after all, the defending Peterhouse are able to get out of deep waters. Peterhouse flick it forward. And they do find their man. Coming closer to the near side. Kian Arnold. Finally passes it forward. Now Peterhouse looking to make circle entry here. Oh, yes, they have into the D. Can he keep control and possession? Swept away by Falcon. Unfortunately, lose control. Passed out. Now Falcon can launch their own counter-attack. Intercepted by Peterhouse there. Surely should allow some of the defenders to get back. Good stick work by Falcon past two defenders. Finally intercepted. Immediately a foul. Picked up by Hlamangana. Well, 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's still 0-0. Peterhouse sweeping it now to the far side. Or rather, Falcon sweeping it to the far side. Trying to be a little bit too cute there. And Peterhouse have intercepted. And they're pushing forward past one, past two. Into the D, but the flick was a little bit too much. Goalkeeper kicks it away. Picked up by Peterhouse. And there was a foul there. Falcon send it forward. So now they can sense that time is definitely running out here. And there's a foul against Peterhouse. And it is Munyonga wondering, what did I do wrong? Well, nonetheless, Falcon continue to press forward here. But they have a foul. And with that, Falcon pick up the ball here. Right at the back, looking for outlets, making sure they aren't playing under pressure. But that is poor control, and it gives territory that Peterhouse did not work for. And with that, Peterhouse will have an opportunity right inside the 23-yard area here to make a difference. Approximately 2 minutes left on the board. Picked up by Peterhouse. Circle entry has been made into the D. But no control there for Kian Arnold. Looks like he's having a really blunt day this afternoon. And Peterhouse continued to struggle in front of goal. Falcon gain an infringement there. Circle entry. Looks like there's a backstick offense. Picked up by Peterhouse very well in the middle of the park here. Govan, who's back. Oh, lovely stick work. Gets past one, makes circle entry. Can it get to Kian Arnold? It does! He tries to get the stick onto it. But after that entire effort, still he draws a blank, does Kian Arnold. And quite unfortunate for him because chances have not been coming through thick and fast. Again, another infringement in favor of Falcon. Peterhouse intercept, but that surely should bring an end towards proceedings in the third quarter. It still remains 0-0. Falcon at least got their first penalty corner off the match, but they were unable to make use of it. Peterhouse have had the lion's share of goal-mouth action, but they just haven't been able to put it away. Well, the fourth and final quarter for this match comes up in just a minute. Well, welcome back to the fourth and final quarter. It has been hot. It has been tough. It has been tough for both sides to try and do something in front of goal. It really hasn't been working out for both teams, particularly when it comes into the final third. And I'm sure the coaches have had a couple of stern words with either of the teams. Kian Arnold restarts play here for Peterhouse. Flicked upwards, well controlled by Arnold. Now looking to get past a defender here. He does. And gets a foul for it. Intercepted by Falcon, but just not enough greenery on the far side in order to make things tick. Oh, well, once again, Falcon just looking to clear their lines a little bit more. And Falcon now pick up on the ball here, trying to make some headway, is Hlabangana. Hlabangana. Hlabangana just has been injecting some energy in the middle of the park here. Peterhouse is still in possession, just outside the circle. Well, final touch. Peterhouse in the circle, into the D, trying to flick it forward. And they're able to induce a penalty corner. And Peterhouse now looking to make use of their fourth penalty corner in this match. So Peterhouse getting ready to feed. An injection, a green card given to Tadiwa Nashe Mandizidza, number 14 of Falcon. Ball comes through, controlled in the D, flicked, and it's a goal! Finally, Kian Arnold finds his shooting range and he sends it through. So finally making use of those penalty corners, and Falcon are now trailing. So Kian Arnold finally living up to his reputation. What he can do in the D, flicked right into the top right-hand corner. There was nothing the goalkeeper could do or Falcon could do there. Now Falcon will have to play with some urgency because this is the fourth and final quarter. Circle entry, but immediately intercepted by Peterhouse. Govan has picked up the ball. Peterhouse with a little bit of energy after that goal there, and now looking to press forward. Will they? Sent across. Poor control. Can it be taken on the far side? It is. Oh, Falcon looking now to counter-attack. They're just outside. Pulling the ball back to where the foul took place. Sending it into the D, immediately intercepted by Peterhouse. It's a loose ball, picked up by Govan. Govan tries to cut back inside, but immediately intercepted by Waterfall. Bennett picks up the ball, sends it out to Govan. Circle entry has been made into the D. Can they find a shot? They can't quite find one. And Falcon still suffering from the green card that was gained there by Sambo. Sorry, I had said Tadiwa Nashe Mandizidza. It was Sambo rather. And Sambo will be making his way back onto the field of play. And I'm sure he needs to, just to make sure that Falcon are able to get back into this match. Time continues to tick. Falcon need to be a little bit more efficient here. Flicked out, well controlled. But that one was a loose pass and Peterhouse take advantage of it. From this point, you will feel that Peterhouse will try and control the ball. Yes, there was a foot foul there. Trying to use your foot to control the ball, but looks like Peterhouse still will benefit from that. Once again, Falcon trying to move forward. They gain a foul. Still a little bit tentative and calculative. Tried to send a long one through, but no one was going to be able to control that one. Was sent through like a rocket. And with that, a 16-yard hit out for Peterhouse, who will lackadaisically take their time because they know that time is not on Falcon's side. Flicked forward. Falcon sending it forward. A loose pass. Falcon still remain with the ball after that interception, but a really loose pass just sends it straight out into touch. Peterhouse now flick it into the circle, but Falcon immediately intercept. They are looking now to send it forward quickly. Poor control allows Peterhouse on the ball, and that turns over possession into the Kings' favor. So unless Falcon here makes a plan, one would say they could be suffering. That was a lovely intercept. This ball stopped dead in its tracks. Picked up once again by Peterhouse. Govan on the wide side into the D. Good control, calmness. But Peterhouse had almost intercepted, and that could have spelled disaster for Falcon. They send it out long and hard, but there was no way that Dylan Zenga was going to control that one. So possession in favor of Peterhouse as the clock continues to wind down. There are approximately 5 minutes left in this encounter. Govan there trying to be a little bit fancy with the stick, and I'm sure he feels he can afford to do that. So Orphanides sending it to Govan. Govan with lovely stick work. Kian Arnold unable to control there. He flicks it back. Munyonga sends it into the D. Almost flicked into goal. Good save by the keeper there, and Falcon look to clear their lines. Well, whilst clearing their lines, they unfortunately incurred a penalty corner, and Peterhouse here have another opportunity. Kian Arnold, I'm sure, will be saying, give the ball to me. I did it before and I can do it again. And standing right at the edge of the D, Munyonga getting ready to feed. Injection good, nice and slow, controlled. Kian Arnold goes for the shot, but this time round just wide of the keeper. That's Mtokosi Singube. He was diving at full length. Well, Falcon trying to send it long. But once again, time continues to tick every time Peterhouse are in possession. And Falcon need to be urgent here. That was a wild swing, but back under control. A lovely little shimmy. Good stick work to cut back inside. But Peterhouse intercept. And possession is picked up by Govan, who sends it forward. Lovely to cut back inside, but there was some physicality there, but the foul remains in favor of Peterhouse, and they retain possession just inside the 23-yard area. Picked up, sent through. Falcon pick up the ball, and the pass comes out. And this one is just picked up by Njenga. Njenga tries to send it forward. He intercepts it back after it lost possession. Makes it into the 23-yard area. Circle entry by Njenga. Loses control, however, regains it back. And Peterhouse are able to clear their lines, but only just for a little. Njenga gets possession once again. Tries to make circle entry, intercepted by Peterhouse. And with that, well, Falcon have got an option here. It is going to be a short corner. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this match, can Falcon equalize matters? So it is going to be injected by Njenga. He gets ready. Good injection, well controlled. Inside the D, a shot is taken. It flicks and just over the crossbar there. Oh, goodness me. It came off a Falcon boy, and with that, Peterhouse are able to clear their lines. Surely from this point, it's a matter of controlling the game because the goal is already in the bag. Intercepted by Ndadzibaya. He's looking to get into the circle. Intercepted. Peterhouse wiggling their way out of the press. Peterhouse continue to move forward. And with that, they're able to pick up a foul. And it is unfortunate that Falcon here will have to drop their heads. 15 seconds left on the clock. I'm sure Peterhouse will just control proceedings at this point. And with that, the siren goes, and that is the end of the match. So a hard-fought win here for Peterhouse. Just one moment that they were able to take advantage from the short corner. Kian Arnold flicked it straight into the top right-hand corner. And with that, Peterhouse win 1-0 in this encounter against Falcon. Always bitterly contested, but there will be more hockey coming through after this short break.